Hey guys, it is Tennille Jones with another Tuesday Tea hashtag Holy Bible Receipts. Today's tea is don't allow frustration to overtake you. We all get frustrated. We all get to that point where it's like, you know what? I can't take it anymore. But we have to remember that all things work together for our good. God has a plan. Even the frustration there's a lesson in the frustration. You cannot allow yourself to just go crazy because you're frustrated. You cannot allow frustration to overtake you because it can truly cost you what God has in store for you. It can cost you, just like it cost Moses. The Lord chose Moses to lead the children of Israel out of Egypt, where they was held captive. And leading them out of Egypt was not an easy task at all. He had to go through hurdles with the Pharaoh just to get Pharaoh to release the children of Israel. And when they finally released the children of Israel, they wandered up into the wilderness. And this journey was not supposed to be a long journey, but it wound up being 40 years. They were 40 years in the wilderness. And it was because they're murmuring, they were complaining. They were just doing the most. They were very ungrateful. And Moses, as a leader, he tried to keep it together. He tried to keep them in order, but they were just complaining. So the people, they began to turn on Moses like, you brung us here where there's no harvest, there's no seeds, there's no nothing, not even water. You brung us here to die. Like, what are you doing? And they were really doubting Moses as a leader. They turned against poor Moses. And Moses began to get, I believe, frustrated with these people. And the Lord told Moses to take his rod and gather the people and to speak to the rock, and water will flow out of the rock. So Moses went and he gathered the people. He had his rod and he angrily said, which I believe out of frustration, he said to the people, must we draw you water out of this rock? And he struck the rock with his rod. God ain't tell you to hit no rock. What are you doing, bruh? He told you to speak to that rock. But Moses was frustrated with the people. He was frustrated with their doubts. He was frustrated with them all around, I believe. And he took his rod and he struck that rock. Water did come out for the people. But Moses did not follow instructions. He missed the mark. He did. He allowed frustration to overtake him. He acted out of emotions. He did not follow the command of God. And because of that, Moses was unable to enter the promised land. God allowed him to see it, but he was not able to experience it because he did not obey. And this is all because he was frustrated. Do not allow frustration to overtake you because you will miss the things that God has for you, just like Moses. In moments of frustration, we have to stop, pause, and breathe and pull it back in. We cannot act on emotions. We cannot act out of frustration. We cannot allow frustration to overtake us. You just take a breather and just be like, you know what? Something good is going to happen out of this. And remind yourself of the promises that God have on your life. Don't miss the promise. Don't just see the promise, but experience the promise. And only way you're going to do that if you obey and you don't allow the frustration to overtake you. And that's the Tuesday Tea, hashtag Holy Bible Receipts.